Was Rolf supernatural? So, I'm pretty sure that many of you remember Rolf from the old spectacular cartoon Ed, Edd, and Eddy. He's an immigrant from a far distant culture known only as the Old Country. He has blue hair, usually wears a yellow and red shirt, and speaks with a distinct accent. And Rolf appears to be very interesting in character with an amazingly unique sense of humor. He has the respect of all the kids in the Cul-de-Sac, the other kids in the show, of course, and is also known as the son of a shepherd, Rolfie boy, or Stretch. But as you observe Rolf and take a closer look at some of the episodes in which he is featured, you'd notice a couple of improbable things about him. I'm referring to situations and moments of his that did not quite make sense. Things that would make us question whether he is supernatural or not. So hey guys, my name is Mayston and welcome to the Noxious Ublankata, the only place on the YouTube streets where taking your imagination to the moon is never a problem because the sky is not the limit. Here we go again with another Ed, Edd, and Eddy video. The show has so much depth and a lot of you appear to love these type of videos. So here we go with another one. Today, we're gonna be establishing whether Rolf is supernatural or not. For those of you that do not know what Ed, Edd, and Eddy is all about, Ed, Edd, and Eddy is a Canadian-American animated comedy television series created by Danny Antonucci. Ed, Edd, and Eddy follows the lives of the Edds, three preteen boys who all share variations in the name Ed, but differ greatly in their personalities. And Rolf happens to be one of the Cul-de-Sac kids. Rolf is an immigrant from a far and distant culture, known to us only as the Old Country. The most evidence was shown in No Speak Da Ed. There it is revealed that he is familiar with a trickster named Gerta, who lives in Norway. During flashbacks in that episode, he is being chased by a person in a wolf costume. Rolf works on his parents' small farm within the cul-de-sac and leads a scouting group called the Urban Rangers, a Boy Scout-like group consisting of Jimmy, Plank, and Jonny. Rolf often refers to himself in third person, as well as being the son of a shepherd, in which he takes great pride. He hardly minds the Edds unless they make a fool out of him or insult his culture, after which he is not afraid to use brute force. When his superhuman strength is unleashed, it rivals Edd's. However, it should be considered that he is the second strongest character in the show, since he was seen lifting a tree with difficulty while Ed can lift a house single-handed. Regardless, Rolf's strength depends on his mood rather than his biology. Well, there have been many moments where Rolf did some things which can't be explained. I mean, the show itself is a cartoon with many moments in which many things which don't make sense would happen. Like Ed being able to lift a house single-handedly, or Double D making that super bubblegum which could make Ed, Eddy, and Jonny fly all together when Ed blew a bubble with it, or even the fact that they all have multicolored tongues. Yes, some of the things don't make sense, but to a huge degree on a cartoon basis, they can be explained. Like if you look at other cartoons, such as the old Looney Tunes, or Popeye the Sailor Man, they all have that cartoon physics which didn't make sense, but was funny to watch as a kid. And that must be the same for some of these moments in Ed, Edd, and Eddy. But some of the things that Rolf would do did not fit into that category of cartoon physics that does not make sense. It seemed more like he was being supernatural with some of these moments of his. Let's name a few of these moments. Starting off with the Valentine's Day special episode called Ed, Edd, and Eddy's Hanky Panky Hula Baloo. There were two Cupids, which were the characters Jimmy and Sarah in the episode, and they were shooting love arrows at the kids, making them fall in love. with each other. For some reason, there were Cupids in that episode, but that's not the point. And well, Rolf happened to be the only person that could sense them. In the end, after everyone was shot with love arrows except for Rolf, he puts lemon juice in his eyes to make him see the Cupids, and he fights them off and saves everyone by unbrainwashing them. Now for my question: how the heck was he even able to sense the Cupids in the first place? And how did he know that lemon juice could help him see them? He must have had some kind of supernatural knowledge about Cupids. I mean, Cupids are supernatural, aren't they? Secondly, we got the episode titled "It Came from Outer Ed," in which Ed came up with a scam that was based on a comic book called The Curse of Evil Tim. It's a ridiculously funny episode, and at the end of it all, we come to find out that Ed actually did not do a scam, but actually ended up creating a curse based on the comic book's plot. And at the end of it all, while Ed was doing the final step of the curse, which involved him biting the belly of Jimmy's stuffed rabbit, named Mr. Yum Yums, everyone was completely confused on what Ed was doing, except for Rolf. Rolf freaks out and explains that Ed Boy has bitten the belly of a stuffed cotton cloth. From what I remember, he's referring to the stuffed rabbit. And then he pulled out his giant clam named Bobo, put all the kids inside it, and ran off with them.
Ed Boy has bitten the belly of a stuffed handcloth. Quickly, we must seek encouragement in the bosom of Bobo.
If you think I'm getting in that thing,
You will doom us all!
listen to it gurgle, Plank!
He literally knew that Ed was doing a curse and freaked out about it. But how did he know? Again, he had to have had some kind of supernatural knowledge about it all. Thirdly, there was the episode in which Eddy had a huge pimple titled X Marks the Ed. He tries to help Eddy around the middle of the episode with his pimple problem, but ends up shrinking his entire head. And Double D even says that it's worthy of a Nobel Prize, as if it was a new discovery.
You have healed well, Ed Boy. Your head resembles what it once was.
What happened to my head?
It is so puny!
This is worthy of a Nobel Prize.
What'd you do to me, you quack?
Quack? I am Rolf.
You're a quack!
A new form of science, something that was never seen before. Clearly showing that Rolf has some great knowledge of things that science cannot explain. Fourthly, we got the episode of the cursed telephone, titled Sorry, Wrong Ed. The episode starts off with Rolf burying a cursed telephone and putting some salt over it, which came from a salt hat which he was wearing. And then Eddy digs it out and becomes cursed after answering it. Every time the phone would be answered, something bad would happen to Eddy. Now, my question towards this episode is why the heck did Rolf even have that phone in the first place? Rolf does say at the beginning of the episode that the phone was cursed with his family for generations. Clearly that phone was supernatural. But why did Rolf have it though in the first place? Well, it is confirmed that Rolf's family is cursed for no exact reason. And the cursed phone is passed on from generation to generation. But what got Rolf's family cursed? Could it be that one of the elders in his family maybe got involved in something wickedly supernatural in the past and had it all go wrong, resulting in the whole family being cursed? Well, who knows? Although he did try to bury it and even threw some salt on it so that nobody in his family could ever be threatened by the curse again. Lastly, let's talk about the episode in which he dueled Eddy with fish, because Eddy unintentionally insulted Rolf like 2 times in the episode. And Rolf decides to regain his honor by dueling Eddy. Titled Dueling Eds, the episode is hilariously crazy, and when the duel begins, the sky darkens and becomes cloudy, having the entire weather change. Everyone is shocked by this except for Rolf. It's as if his anger made the weather change, and that happening is most definitely improbable, impossible, and unexpectedly supernatural. So is Rolfie Boy supernatural? Well, there are many more small supporting points, such as how he gets his strength from meat, how his strength does not depend on his biology, or how his Nana, who we believe to be his grandmother, is a hairy beast with a wooden leg. A cold wooden leg, to be specific. So, with courtesy of Wikipedia and the fandom wiki, it does not exactly write that Rolf is supernatural. So none of this is officially confirmed by the creators. However, they do talk about some of his supernatural events, like when the clouds supernaturally came in the Dueling episode. So I ask again, is he supernatural? Well, if it comes down to him having some kind of supernatural powers, that would be a no, because he's never actually shown that he has any powers. Like when the clouds came in the Dueling episode, I feel like he's not the one that made the clouds appear. The clouds probably come when such duels take place. Supernatural, yes, but not done by Rolf. Anybody that would be having such a duel would most likely be experiencing such a cloud phenomenon. However, let me know what you think. But Rolf clearly has knowledge on supernatural things and is able to sense supernatural things, like him being able to sense the Cupids on Valentine's Day, or him being aware of Ed's curse of Evil Tim. But with him being able to sense the Cupids, I wouldn't take that as a supernatural power. He's probably just super aware of such things and everyone else is ignorant about it. Maybe when Cupids appear, there's a special smell or scent in the atmosphere that everyone is ignorant of, except for Rolf. Although again, you let me know what you think of that. So, with my final answer to this big question, I would say Rolf himself is not supernatural, but he is aware and has knowledge of supernatural things. Ha! So there we go. Honestly, Rolfie Boy has always been one of the most unique characters I've ever seen. With his strong accent and oddly different lifestyle, he's pretty much awesome, man. And with him being foreign and all, I personally relate to that so much, man. Sometimes the other kids in the show don't get him because of how different he is. And personally, I've lived a pretty foreign lifestyle, man, as compared to many of the other people in my country or city where I live. Not being able to speak the basic native languages because my family is foreign. And with that, I deeply feel Rolf and I understand him. And without the son of a shepherd, the show wouldn't be what it is. But anyways guys, I'm gonna be ending off this video right here and right now. Leave a like if you most certainly enjoyed watching this video, and subscribe and turn on bell notifications to see more videos like this. Man, I had a blast making this video. I thank you all for watching. Stay tuned as I will have more soon enough. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MaceDawnChaos. Links to everything will be in the description down below. I will see you all later. Take care and bye-bye, guys.